Hey guys, welcome back to my second HelloFresh video. If you missed my first one, I'm going to link that up in the corner and down below. I have gained some more experience with HelloFresh since that first video, so I wanted to come give you my honest thoughts and review. I am partnering with HelloFresh in this video, and I'm really excited about it because I am very busy. I don't have time to do a lot of pre-planning and prepping and cleaning up at the end of a long work day, and so HelloFresh has really helped me out in that regard. If you do watch this video and decide that HelloFresh is for you, I have a link and a code down below for $30 off of your first box, and I would definitely take advantage of that. In a nutshell, HelloFresh is a food delivery service that delivers fresh ingredients straight to your door, so you don't have to worry about the pre-planning, menu planning, having to get the right amounts of what you need from the grocery store. Everything is delivered straight to your door from HelloFresh. It allows you to cook meals quickly, and I find that the cleanup time is also much less and more convenient than when I am cooking from scratch and getting my own ingredients, and there's also less waste. In this video, I'm also going to show you what's in this box. This is a 2-meal box. In the last video, I did a 3-meal box, but this week we only needed 2 meals, and you can customize that as you go. In my last video, I showed you what was in the box, and I talked about my experience with it. In this video, I'm gonna do that again, but I also want to show you a little bit of the cooking process. I don't do a full-out cook with me because that's just not what I'm really good at, but I'm going to show you a little bit here and there of what the prep work looks like, what the cooking looks like, what the meals look like when you're done, so that you can get somewhat of an idea of the experience. With HelloFresh, there are 3 different meal plans to choose from. There's a family, a classic, and a veggie. When I started in the initial video, I started with classic, and it didn't really go over that well with my family, so I ended up going to the family, and that's really what we stick with. But you can toggle between the plan types week to week. You do get to preview your week and make whatever selections for your meals that you like. You can also pick what day is most convenient for you to have your delivery left at your doorstep. You can also choose the number of people and the number of meals that you want to have in your delivery. You can pause or cancel at any time, which I have done since that last video. I wasn't working for a little while. I was at home. I didn't need to use the service. I just put it on pause, and I resumed several weeks ago, and I've been using it again and really enjoying it because I've been really busy. They do take into consideration any food sensitivities as well. So I'm going to go through this box and just show you what's in here. I do have the recipe cards that you get just kind of stacked up on here, so I can go ahead and show you those. Each box comes with recipe cards for your particular meal so you can see what it looks like, and on the back you can see that there's pictures laid out with step-by-step instructions laid out for you, and the ingredients are all here that you're going to be using, as well as a wine pairing too, which I think is really nice. Also included with every box is the nutritional information for your meals. This week I ended up getting herb chicken cutlets and pineapple poblano beef tacos. I know my kids are not going to eat the pineapple and maybe not the poblano, but we can eliminate those ingredients. You don't have to put them in there. You can customize it to whatever you want in your particular meal, and there are the ingredients right there. And then it tells how long the prep time is. I hope you can see that. I hope it's not too washed out. It tells you how long the prep time is, and the total cook time, and the amount of calories that are in each serving. And in each box is an envelope that has some codes and some coupons in it. So now it looks a little bit different than in my first video. In the first video it looked almost like insulation. Now they're coming in these silver insulated bubble wrap packs. Down in this box you have the 2 bags with the fresh ingredients in them, and they're labeled very clearly. And then underneath is where your meat is. There is a large ice pack. It is a very sturdy, heavy, large ice pack, and that is where the meat is. It is in between 2 very sturdy, heavy ice packs, one on the bottom, one on the top, and encased in the isolated bag. It stays fresh and cold. Those ice packs are amazing. We have kept a couple of them to use in coolers. They're really heavy and really good. So I'm gonna make the chicken tonight, and these are the chicken cutlets that were in the bottom, and I'm just gonna show you what is in this bag. That's everything that's in this particular meal. As I cook it, I will try and shoot some footage for you so that you can see how it goes. Everything is very pre-proportioned. You have the exact amount of flour, the exact amount of brown sugar, Italian seasoning, sliced almonds, what you need for the glaze, sweet potatoes, green beans, everything you need, you have here for this meal. So in regards to the cooking, I really think that if you are completely new to cooking, or if you've been cooking for a while, you can like this box for sure. I know my husband was very, very skeptical when I got it because we live in New Orleans. The food standards are a little higher here than in other places, but we've actually been surprised at the taste and the quality of some things that we have gotten. There are some things that we'll look at and we think, that might not be that good, but we end up surprised at how delicious it really is. I've also really enjoyed experimenting and getting different things because there's some things I normally wouldn't have thought to try, or I wouldn't have thought that my kids would like, but they've ended up liking them. On the other side of that, there's some things that my husband and I will like, the kids won't end up liking. You just never really know. I do find that the prep is less because you do definitely have less to do because everything is pre-portioned out. You do have to chop the vegetables because that's how they stay fresh. So really, aside from chopping vegetables and maybe combining some ingredients, that's the only prep that you have to do. I find that the methods of cooking are always very easy. At first, when I started, everything was done on the stovetop, but as I've gotten more recipes and I've gotten more time with it, I am starting to see that there are some oven recipes as well, and I will tinker with it. If you're someone who cooks and you like your own flavor, you don't have to just use their own flavor. If you've got spices here and you want to throw it on there, I do that all the time. I'll just throw in an extra spice or two, or I'll eliminate maybe a spice that I don't like that they include, and I'll do my own. So you can customize it, obviously. It's not anything that has to be to a T exactly how they do it. And I have cooked chicken breasts and things in the oven before when they have had it on the recipe as a pan-fried meal. I just wanted to do it that way. So if you're comfortable in the kitchen and you feel like adjusting some things, you can certainly do that. And I've found that it hasn't added any extra time whatsoever. One thing that I will note, I find a lot of the recipes say to use the same pan for some glazes and some sauces that you've previously cooked your meat in. I've found that every time that I have done that, the heat just stays a little bit too high to do that, and things end up a little bit too done as far as the glaze or the sauce goes. So I do pull out a separate smaller pan. So that's just something to note. If you've tried that and you've failed at that, you're not the only one, and there's no harm in using an extra pan if you have to. The cost works out to be about $10 per person per meal, which is of course more than if you shopped at the grocery store. But it's more convenient. You have less wasted food. You have more time on your hands because you spend less time cooking. So if you are someone like me that's very busy, and if you can get good meals with less time spent in the kitchen, it's really about opportunity cost. What do you want more of? And I have found that I really enjoy this. But that $10 per person per meal is also less than running to go get food or ordering out or going to a restaurant because you failed to prepare to plan. And I feel like we do that a lot because we're always on the go and we run into, what are we gonna eat tonight? And so this kind of solves that problem for us. So if you like fresh meals and you like to eat at home, but you hate all that comes with it, this is a good option to look into. Is every meal going to be a hit? No, of course not. That just would not be realistic. Not everybody in our family is going to like every single meal that we get. But for the most part, we've had pretty good luck with meals from HelloFresh. So I'm happy with that. I am happy with the cost for the convenience that we get. And it's really saved me a lot of headache in the kitchen, I will say that. So I hope you enjoyed this information. I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, I do have a coupon code down below with a link if you are interested in trying HelloFresh and saving $30 on your first box. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time in my next video. Bye-bye.